Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to more thunderstorms. Always. Always happens right when I start recording. But yeah, I'm just doing a couple things, crafting here a little bit. Last episode we went ahead and got our chlorine production. Not super fast, but we have 200 buckets now. I did go ahead and, I think it's, yeah, I added 2 more layers. So I don't remember the exact. I want to say it was like 0.33, now it's 0.66, so we kind of doubled it. It's still not super fast. Obviously, we're not powering it or anything. There's no solars on it to speed it up. But yeah, we're doing, whatever. And it'll just slowly build up. And we'll see. I have noticed in a couple of playthroughs of Gregtech, I do end up struggling a bit with chlorine because you use so much of it, especially some of the recipes that I do. I think one of them uses like, I think six buckets of chlorine, I think it was. I know that one. I can't remember which one it was, but propene and chlorine. Yeah, it might have been like this one, but that's only 2 buckets actually. But yeah, as we can see, like this one, look at those 10 buckets of chlorine. But anyway, so that's just, we'll just let that run, and then if I need to speed it up, I can just continue adding more things. It's just basically just iron. It's steel, but steel is basically just iron with some oxygen. And yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I think we're gonna need to start getting into some HV machines. So I need to kind of adjust this a little bit. And what I think my final kind of what I want is the main power line coming down here. Wherever I'm producing power, we'll feed it into whatever. I don't know if it'll be a battery buffer. I actually don't know. I have no idea if there's like a multi-block in this. Like a power multi-block. I don't think there is, but maybe there is. I don't know. But we'll feed that into here, and then I will send it down like kind of the middle. So the main kind of center. I'll probably, I don't remember which one. One of these was, oh, this is the center. That's right. That's why I made it a different color. This is the center of the room. So I'll probably have, 4 pathways, and each of them will be in the highest tier possible that I can produce, and then we'll branch off into the different areas that we need. So for example, this, I would just branch off, go down to MV, and then power that, so on and so forth. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I want to change this a little bit. And to do that, I'm going to get a high voltage battery buffer. If we remember, right now we're only doing medium voltage battery buffer. And we are feeding it with a HV turbine, but we have to transform it down. So basically what I'm going to do is, why is this even here? We're basically going to switch. We'll basically have this directly go into a battery buffer, and then this transforming down into MV. But before I do that, I think I want to get this upgraded as well. And the other question is, what cables are we going to use? Are we going to use Signalum? Signalum's not the easiest thing in the world to get. But I just went ahead and got some more silver. We are out of silver. And like I said, one of these days I will get a fully processed line. Probably when I finally set up the last, and I don't remember what it was, Metalgery. When we get like the 32 times ores, maybe I'll finally get them fully automated. I'm not worrying about it right this second, because I don't have. Ooh, where did I put all my mana? Did I use all that mana? I thought there was mana in here, but that's right. I changed it to Liquid Nightmares. All right. Well, we don't have any mana. I need to run up and go get more from that, like, pool. Unless there is a way to get mana. This mana. Right, mana-enriched eggs would be the easiest, but to get that, I do need to get Vintium and Yellow Nitor. Because most of the time the chickens require... Ah, that's right. It does require Vintium. Requires... What is that? An infuser? And it requires infusion. So that's actually... That's like no joke. That's quite a lot of progression that I would have to do to get a mana chicken. But I think it really would be worth it. We have life essence being produced. It would be good if we had mana being produced. Alright, but I do need the silver. So let me go grab some mana. I think it's night. I can never tell. I think it's night. Yep, it's night. So I gotta wait till it's night. It's up there. I should just have one of these. But I don't know. Yeah, let me do that and we'll come back. And there is mana. I got 32 buckets. I still had a whole bunch left in that pond, so it definitely is not difficult to get. But it's kind of manual. And I think, yeah, this only uses like 100, so what's that? That's like 300 things of ore. But that'll go pretty quick, I think. I'll leave that in there. It won't process it, obviously, because there's the silver. But, yeah. So that is working. Now I want to, like I said, I want to upgrade this. We have I'm pretty sure it's just MV, isn't it? Yeah. So, there we go. And as we can see, this is why I love having color cables, because I can just look at it and be like, oh, that's MV. I don't have to think. Now, yeah, just MV, just the one. I couldn't remember if we had 2 or 1. So I think I'm going to do a input hatch. Energy input hatch. We'll do this one. So is that. I couldn't remember if it was... Oh man, I am low on gold cables. We're getting into lots and lots of gold cables because we're doing HV machines now. So, let's see, do I have any more? Yeah, I have a few in there. I did just get a bunch of sulfur, which is cool. Interesting. That wasn't filling up unless this machine was running. Wonder if that's just the assembler. Or is that like a bug? Yeah, there is that. So I processed a whole bunch of stibnite for the antimony. And got some sulfur. Cool. I should have some rubber. No. Rubber. It's to be 9. Alright, but there's that for now. So we'll turn that into a HV machine hull, and then that energy input hatch. So we'll replace the MV with that, and then I'm gonna run the line just down the middle, I think. And then this will probably be... This will keep getting upgraded. Basically, every time I hit a new tier and start storing it at a higher power, I'll upgrade this main line. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And then I can just throw some transformers. It's kind of similar to what I did in my Gregtech New Horizons base. Except in that, I just did, each building was... I had a whole bunch of different buildings, whereas this one is just going to be in one kind of main room. I don't think we're going to need anywhere near as much space as we did in that playthrough. And then I will probably, like, branch off. I'll end up moving this battery buffer to, like, here, and then have the MV transformer off this kind of thing, is what I'm thinking. So, like, the MV battery buffer will probably go here. The battery buffer that's there, I'm going to move it to, like, here, and this will get fed off the main line. And then with this, I can start branching off, and I'm probably going to put some HV machines over here, maybe. I'm not super... It's not until you start automating with like AE or whatever your thing is that you really need to lock down the design of your base. Because all these machines are going to go eventually. These are all going to be broken down and replaced by higher tier. So there's really no point to stress out how much we're going to... Like, what are we going to do in the future? Goes in there, right? I just need silver for the signalum. That's why I'm kind of... Usually I wouldn't skip this stuff, but the iron... Yeah, I just need that. Alright, but we've also been getting some lithium from our thing over here, if you remember. Yeah, we have 49 now. That's awesome. With the tiny piles. So, got what, 360? Which, yeah, that makes sort of, because you need 2 buckets of salt water. So we're getting 2 tiny piles to 1 bucket. So, yeah, about right. And I think I have some over here. Yeah. All right, so we have a decent amount of lithium. I think we'll just do the HV battery buffers. That's medium, large. Acid. Oh, large. Where is... There. Large lithium. What I wanted. Large lithium. There we go. So, yeah, 16 lithium dust. There's 4 batteries in there, so we have plenty, actually. We have some left over, so that was actually not planned. But, alright, so that is, what is that? That's 9 polyethylene, I think. Yeah, 1296 is 9. Man, look at that. Although it's going to be sped up a little bit because this is ULV. I'll probably do it in the MV one. But we do need a lot of gold cables, battery alloys, so times 4, I need 36 of those. So, yeah, this is what all the antimony was for. Let me get this crafted up. We don't need to watch me do this. Let me get some signalum wires crafted up. And we'll come back. And there is the signalum. I think I got most of this done. I've actually... Oh, it's nitrogen. Dang it! Nope. Screwed that up. I put oxygen in there. No! Let's see. We can actually... I think we can do... We'll do a second one. I totally thought that was oxygen. Oh, and I used all the steel. Ah, dang it. I was like all proud of that. Alright, let's try that again. So basically I just did a steel drum which has 64 buckets. Since this is not connected to the blast furnace yet, it will be eventually. But what I'm going to do is just... We're going to leave the oxygen in there because we do use that sometimes. I'm going to replace this one with a hatch. I think... Yeah, that it turned green, which means it is working, and then we'll just throw this thing down there. And there we go. It'll pull in the auto input, which is pretty cool. So now we got oxygen and we got nitrogen. This should be on. Yes, it is running. All right, nice. Not too slow, but not super fast either. So we got that, and then I got all my that in there. So I think, yep, there is that running. Yes. So that will do that, and then we got our 64 lithium. I just realized that works in a plain old candy machine, right? Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. Well, yeah. Go in there. Alright, so basically what this is going to let us do is, like I said, upgrade our power. We will start filling up HV batteries. And then that lets us store more power, which is always a cool thing. Yes, there is one. Get going. It's going to take a little bit, but yeah. And that that will let us branch off and get some more HV, because the way this is set up right now, I can't really get any HV machines. The question is, what HV machine are we going to get? And I'm almost thinking maybe I should use the circuits that we got. I don't remember how we ended up with. We got some from that quest. I think did it give us 4? Was that what it was? Not that it matters. Oh, it only gave us 1. I thought we got like 4. I don't remember. I know for a fact I didn't craft that up. But I'm thinking if we use that to craft up the HV assembler, which we're going to need for better circuits and different things. But if I use them for it like this, I have the circuits already. Might as well. So I'm thinking that's what I'll do. And then maybe we'll go over here. Go like right there, I'm thinking. Yeah. So do we have we should have everything for this, correct? Yeah, just a lot of copper. That is right. I don't have a ton of copper. I do have some though. But I definitely need to get some more copper. And then once we, send it through the thing, it's not an issue, but oh, I have some copper here. All right. Let me start it. All right, so let me get this all crafted up. Let me get this signalum turned into wires. Can't remember what I did. 16, right? Was that? I think 32 signalum wires will do plenty for quite a while, I think. Okay, it actually wasn't going to show me breaking everything down, but I actually might, because I am doing a bit of a change here. I'm just going to get rid of all this and then have this going off different way. Like maybe like here or something like that. And trying to figure out how I am. That can actually stay the same. All right, so I have 2 lines. That's what I want to do. Let's get rid of this, and then I'll just hook it up over there, because we actually do have we have 2 rows of cables under there. I'll just go torch. I probably should just fill this in. I shouldn't really have a whole bunch of empty space, because who knows when mobs will, if mobs can spawn in here. But this needs to go as well. Okay, what just happened there? Lagged a bit. Because we are replacing this one with this. Now I gotta make sure I don't... What quest is that? No idea. I've held that before. Something must have locked it. Right, so there's that, and then I actually have signalum in. I didn't realize I had 9 signalum in my thing, but yeah, use it. Do down like that, and then this will be the main line off that way, right? Yeah, and it is kind of hard to see that. Like almost blends in. There we go. Right. Break that down. This will go directly into the battery buffer. I guess I'll put it down. Put it down 1 like I had it before. Large lithium. Make sure we get everything right here, because we do not need explosions. That won't be very fun. All right, there we go. We got power going in. Now, unfortunately, since we're only inputting 1 HV as opposed to 4 amps of MV, it's only going to fill up the 1 battery at a time. But we are not using that much power at the moment, so it should be fine. At least in bursts. I can't run this for hours and hours, but you know, I'm not ever really running it for hours and hours. Alright, so if we do this, and then I can actually do... I'll actually place it here. Oh man, these transformers are so annoying though. Unless I do... Because I just want to be able to see this from... I guess I'll have to do what I did over there. We'll do... Where's the transformer? Yeah. So, kind of like that. And hook it around. And I do not... Alright, there we go. So that should actually... Oh, I need to hook it up to the main line, which I haven't done yet. There we go. That should be filling that battery buffer up. Yeah, there we go. And then with that, it should be running these machines over here. Although that's not running anymore, so I can't check it. I think I had redstone in there. Right, so that should be working, and this should be getting power. Yeah, all right, there we go. So it's working. And then we will just... I don't know. Yeah, we'll just cover this up a little bit. The wiring is not the best, but like I said, until we start getting channels and we don't really have to worry about cabling too bad. All right, I guess I don't need to go like super far down here. Eventually this line will go all the way down, but I don't really need to because that is connected that way. So I guess we'll leave it there. And then like we'll branch off. However, I could even branch off right here into the HV machines. And then eventually, when we upgrade, we'll just throw a transformer there, and we'll have to throw a second transformer here kind of thing. But all right, so that is that. That's kind of the new, well, if you want to call it upgraded, but kind of upgraded. We're actually outputting HV amps now from our battery buffer, so... Yep. Now this is running... okay. So now... Yeah. I had this throttled because we weren't using all the amps, but now it's trying to use as much as it can. So I need to not have this throttled as much. I think it goes up to... Yeah, 900 millibuckets is not quite enough to do that. You need... What do I need? Like 1,024. Basically 2 times 512, yeah. But once this fills up, we're going to stop using it as much. So we'll see that. All right, let me craft up. I guess, yeah, let me get this assembler, I think. And then with the assembler, we can actually start looking at what we need for the nanos, because the nanos need to be built in this machine, so I need to work towards this anyway. But we need epoxy circuits and nano CPUs, so that, and we need HV. So as you can see, we're getting into HV machines. So I think we should, yeah, do whatever we can to make our life easier here. And I think if we get these, that'll make our life easier. And a slight change in plans. I've gone ahead and I'm going to craft up 2 machines here. One is the advanced chemical reactor, and the other one is this autoclave. Now I decided We're going to need an MV autoclave at least, but I figured why not? Let's just go ahead and craft up HV. There's no point in crafting up any more MV machines when I can do a higher tier. It's faster and yeah, less tiers that we're kind of doing, the better. So yeah, the reason for that is because I'm working towards, don't worry about that right now, but and I'm like, oh, there we go. Oh, nice. I actually needed one more of those. That actually works. I needed 4 more and I used one. So I only had 3. That was really cool. But yeah, so I'm going to craft up, this is what I was looking for, this one right here. So the Nano Cpu Wafer, we're going to need those for the nano circuits. Not surprising, so they're the Nano CPUs right there. So I want to get these crafted up. And to do this, we're going to need to put a CPU wafer, some of these raw carbon fibers, and energized glowstone in a HV. So let's go ahead and do that. I got the thing right there. I believe it's 4 glowstone. I think I can just throw these in here for, yeah, right now. Just the first time we do this. It's always very slow the first time, and then we get it more automated. Yeah, 4 that. And then we need these raw carbon fibers. But to get these, we need carbon dust and a molten platinum, molten palladium. Palladium we don't have, but platinum we can get. And like I said, it's MV, but there's no point to do an MV. We could just do an HV one. So I'm gone ahead and I had to go mine up some more nickel so I can send it through the, I think it was the ore washer, right? I think that's, oh, maybe not. No. Purified nickel. Yes, purified nickel through the thermal centrifuge. That's what I want. So tiny pile of that. We'll send it through. Hit that a couple times. Speed it up a little bit. I don't need a whole lot. I think I just need 3 for the time being. Because we actually have a thing over here. Don't remember what machine it's in. There it is. I thought for a second I wasn't even going to use the battery. I'm like, wow. There we go. I'll just leave that in there, actually. I wasn't even using it in the electrolyzer, really. Right, but there is that, and then there's a tiny pile. That's all we need. This I can just pulverize down. Yeah. I should get the HV macerator as well, so we can start getting byproducts. That is something to think about. But yeah. Oops. Tiny piles of platinum. Now I believe we can just do, yep, that. We smelt this. Just a smelting recipe. I was pretty sure to extract it we need actual ingots. I can't just throw dust in there. Alright, I was a little worried we wouldn't be able to extract it actually. There's a molten platinum. What a kind of a weird color for that. When it's like a yellow ingot. Alright, but we got the, no, we need, throw this down. We'll throw next to it. Yes. That there. I'll look right there. It doesn't really matter. But so energized glowstone will go in this one. Yep, platinum will go in here. Now we only had 1 ingot of platinum, but these apparently we take damage holding that. Okay, that's something I didn't know about. Apparently platinum is too hot. So that was good to know. I probably needed to put those gloves on or whatever. But these carbon things, it only uses 1 millibucket, I think. I need 16. Now, is it a % chance? That could be a annoying thing. I feel like I saw that. Yeah. All right. So it's a percent chance, and there's no way I can get that to 100%. There's no, both of these are exact same. But since this is MV and I actually did an HV autoclave, we are 87.5%. I think that's how it works. I don't think it's like 7.5% more. I think it's literally like 87.5%. So most of this stuff we should get out. And we do get 2. I didn't even, yeah. Let's see, what did I put in there? 16? We should, 32 if we get a 100% rate. All right, there we go. Well, we got 100%. We didn't lose any there, so that's cool. But yeah, we'll throw that in there with that, and there we go. There is our Nano CPUs. We will get a quest for that. I guess more raw carb fiber, miner's tool. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's like an awesome. That's actually an awesome food. Take that. Get the quest. I mean, once we get infinite resources, this is like this is pretty easy to make. But yeah, there's that, and then we can throw it in the Nano CPU or the cutting machine down a little bit and get the actual usable components. And the cool thing is we get 7 from them. So that's the other cool thing. Like, you do get quite a few from this. So I don't need to do that process every single time. We get 7. And with that, we'll be able to do 7 nanoprocessors. So one more thing. Working towards getting nano circuits, which is pretty cool. So in between episodes, I think I will try to work towards the assembler. I do have the 2 things there, which are the most annoying part of the things. But thankfully we have that. So I will work on that, and then totally forgetting what I'm doing as I'm talking. I think it there we go. I think that's where it went. I was trying to remember where this, yeah, it went right there. All right, so this will be the robot arms, and that's the actual assembly. So I'll get that going, and then the other thing, there's still a couple more chemistry things we got to do. Epoxy is a very involved process, so not going to be able to do that right away, or that'll take like a whole episode probably in itself just to get this, because this is a pretty complicated process. And the other thing we need, I think we need like polyvinyl chloride for one of these resistors or something. One of the SMDs require polyvinyl, and we haven't got that yet. Yes, this one. So the yellow one, capacitors, we need polyvinyl. That's pretty easy to knock out. It's not overly, it's really not that difficult. Oxygen, hydrochloric acid, ethylene, or just ethylene with some chlorine. And we get ethylene pretty easily with our plastic chickens. I don't remember. Yeah, so, oh, that's polyethylene. All right, just kidding. All right, so a little more complicated than I was thinking it was going to be. But yeah, pretty easy. But anyway, we'll get into that more next episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.